So now what I want to think about is the gap, right? Where do you want to be? If we could project forward into 2020, so we fast forward 2019's over, where would you like to be from a revenue perspective? And this is really the more important number. I want you to mark this down. And really I'm more interested in a monthly recurring number than an annual number. So do you want to be at 30,000 by the end of the year? Do you want to be at 83,000, which would put you at 7 figures? Where do you truly want to be? And what's the gap, right? And I want you to spend a couple minutes to just mark this down, because the clearer you can get on the gap, the more you can make it tangible and real. You can actually put together a plan and do the work and get active to make it happen. So just spend a couple minutes, mark that down. And what I'm going to share with you really is the accelerator to close that gap. So wherever you're at today to where you want to go, I'm going to share our model, right? And how we grew from 0 to 7 figures and have now grown to multiple 7 figures, and have helped lots of other people implement. So if you pay close attention, I can really help you close that gap really, really, really quickly and effectively. So just real quick, I'm going to spend a ton of time on myself, but I am a self-taught internet marketing agency owner. I've spent the last 16 years trying to figure out the internet marketing space and grew my agency from 0 to, actually this slide's a little bit old, to we're going to do $4 million this year on $350,000 per month in recurring revenue. We've got a team of 30 full-time employees, made the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies in the United States the last 3 years in a row. But I will say that wasn't always my experience, right? It wasn't like I just magically got to multiple 7 figures. As a matter of fact, right out of high school, I started my first web company. Like a lot of you guys, I was excited. I was going to do web stuff, and I was going to, get paid, and I was going to be on the cutting edge with new sexy technology. And a little backstory. I'm a missionary kid. So my dad's a missionary. I lived in Haiti for the first 10 years of my life as a missionary's kid with three other sisters. And getting out of high school, when we moved back to the United States, I decided I was going to start a web company. I told my dad, I need some money, right? I need to get some training, and I need to set up a little office, and I need to get some logos and some folders made, and all the things I thought I needed to have a successful agency. And I went to work. And I will tell you, for my dad, I told you he's a missionary. Borrowing $10,000 from him is like borrowing $100,000, because there wasn't a lot of financial abundance in the house. But he did it. I don't know where he might have taken out a second loan or something, but he gave me the $10,000, and that meant a lot to me. Like, I really, really, really needed this to work. And for pretty much my entire college career, from age 19 to about 22, I was full time in my agency, right? Building websites, selling hosting, and I had the wrong model, because what I was doing is I would charge $1,000 for a website, like $800 to $1,200 one time for a website, and then $50 a month to host. And I was like, man, if I sell enough of these websites, over time, this $50 is going to turn into a really big residual income. And year after, like month after month, year after year, I was working 40 to 60 hours a day, chasing down clients, like doing all of the standard things, like sitting in BNI meetings, making cold calls, sending out flyers to just about anybody I could, being a very generalist agency with that model. And after years of like paying myself nothing, not having any momentum or anything to show for it, I wound up shutting the business down. And it really was one of the hardest things I ever had to do, to go to my dad, who had taken out this $10,000 and given it to me, and tell him, I'm sorry, this just didn't work, right? I got to go get a real job now. I'm getting married. I need to get a real job. And I say that to really tell you, maybe that's your experience, maybe it's not, but I was then able to figure out what I was doing wrong, right? I didn't have the right business model. I wasn't marketing in a way that made sense. I was selling the wrong thing in the wrong way that really had no interest to our clients. And once I made that change and made that shift, my business started growing very, very steadily and very, very quickly. So I'm going to be sharing that model with you throughout today's session, and I'm excited to unpack it, because I know the impact it can have. And again, this is just a picture of our team we recently took. We got a real bricks and mortar office here in Miami, Florida. So some of you guys in South Florida would love to have you come, check us out sometime. And this is a picture of me and Dean at the Inc. 5000 Gala 3 years ago, when we made it the first time in San Antonio. And and it was a lot of fun. But I'd say more important than any of that stuff, right? Yeah, so I've got my backstory, I've got my success, but I've also, over the last 4 years, taken what I learned and showed other digital marketing agencies how to do the same. So at this point, I've worked with probably about 100 digital marketing agency owners, and I've been able to help guys like Alan Hillsberg and Jeff Fisher and Brian Stearman go from, not having anything going on, like really just a really stagnant start, to the point where like Alan is now a 7-figure digital marketing agency owner. Jeff Fisher was able to position himself within his niche and actually sold it last year. And now he works with us as a success coach. And I think you can put stock in what I'm going to be sharing with you, because I personally have done it and am currently doing it, and I've helped others do the same. Well, I hope you found that information useful, that you can go back and implement in your digital marketing agency. If you'd like more ideas, strategies, and techniques on really how to effectively grow your digital marketing agency, I'd like to invite you to go to 7figureagency.com/video. That's 7figureagency.com/video. There I outline how we were able to grow our digital marketing agency from 0 to 7 figures in the first 2 years, and then to the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies the last 3 years in a row. Lots of ideas that you can implement to really accelerate the growth of your digital marketing agency. To really encourage you, go ahead and head over there, opt in, it's completely free, and take a look at that video series. I look forward to talking with you soon.